If you can't tell by the look on my face right now, I am very upset. I mean, we knew Damian Lillard, we knew he was going to get moved. We knew that was coming. The writing was on the wall. You draft Scoot Henderson in the lottery. You still have Anthony Simons there. We knew he was going to get moved somewhere. He expressed his frustration, constantly losing. The franchise, which is the Portland Trailblazers, not putting the right pieces around him. We knew that this was going to take place. But I don't think any of us knew that this was a possibility. I know I didn't. Everybody had Damian Lillard going to Miami. Miami just let their pieces walk, trying to make the right cap space. And this happened. The Milwaukee Bucks swoop in and grab Damian Lillard. So what does this mean for the league? I personally believe it makes the Bucks the favorites to come out the East. I would say the favorites to win the championship, but Phoenix actually made some nice moves today also. So with that being said, Boston, you had a good run. I still see Boston making it to the Eastern Conference Finals next year. They still have a strong roster, even though losing Marcus Smart, it did hurt. You got a strong defensive presence, former Defensive Player of the Year fairly recently, one of the greatest perimeter defenders in the league. Walks. Goes to the Memphis Grizzlies, which makes them a strong team. In this trade, which I will go ahead and feature it here. So if we were to look at this trade right here, the Portland Trailblazers, they traded Damian Lillard to play alongside Giannis with the Milwaukee Bucks. And this trade included 3 teams, which includes the Phoenix Suns. So Portland, they received Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, and Toumani Camara. I don't know if I pronounced that right. And a couple first-round picks. I mean, Portland, they're in rebuild mode. Looking at these names, I think Drew Holiday is a real big loss. By far, one of the greatest defenders or perimeter defenders in recent history. Bar none. He probably could have won a couple of Defensive Players of the Year. DeAndre Ayton, we kind of knew that the writing was on the wall with him too, moving out of Phoenix. We knew they were getting kind of tired of him also. He was getting tired of them. But let's go on to what the Suns received. So the Suns received Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keenan Johnson. That's a real solid bench. Let's keep it real, dog. That's a real solid bench. And when you got the type of firepower that Phoenix have, you got KD, you got D-Book, you got Bradley Beal. Those guys is going to give you buckets. Yusuf Nurkic, that's a real good replacement at center for DeAndre Ayton. You don't need a guy that's going to give you 20 points. You just need a guy that's going to give you rebounds. Yusuf Nurkic, he has a good track record in being an excellent rebounder. Getting second chance buckets. Second chance opportunities. So, with Milwaukee, losing Drew Holiday, it will hurt them. But you still have your core. You still got Chris Middleton. You still got Bobby Portis. You still got Brook Lopez. Which Brook Lopez is very underrated as a defender also. So it's going to be very entertaining to see what happens. So, and me, I'm a Lakers fan. Of course, I'm not a fan that I got to go through Milwaukee if I just so happen to get through the West, which will be very difficult because you cannot count the Lakers out. the Lakers made some nice signings. They added some nice pieces to the rotation. I like their depth. I like what they got going on. Plus, you got the King James. They will probably make a Western Conference Finals appearance again in back-to-back seasons with a slightly better record, I believe. I think they'll be a higher seed. But, man, you cannot discount Milwaukee. Looking at them on paper, it's going to be very difficult to get past them. As far as the Boston Celtics go, I don't like their chances now. Which, I mean, I think they'll make it to the big game. They'll probably be Eastern Conference finalists again. You know, and have to go through Milwaukee. You know, Philadelphia is not looking too good. Who else is in the East? Miami, oh my goodness. I know they have to be very disappointed, disgruntled. You know, I mean, you still have Kyle Lowry there, but you lost some very key pieces in the offseason. So I don't think this is a very positive move. They barely made it into the playoffs. They made it through the play-in, even though they made it all the way to the NBA Finals, but it's not looking too good. As far as the Phoenix Suns go, they have to be amongst the favorites to come out of the West this year. You got to talk about it. Like I mentioned earlier, you still got KD. You got Bradley Beal. You got Devin Booker. And now you sign Yusuf Nurkic to replace DeAndre Ayton. You got a nice, solid bench. They're very deep. I don't know, man. I don't see too many teams knocking off the Phoenix Suns. They're definitely way better than they were last year. But you still got Golden State. It's going to be interesting to see what Golden State got going on this year. With Chris Paul being paired up with Stephen Curry. In which I think, and I'm going to feature a video right up here, but I was talking about Steph Curry. And one of the reasons why Steph Curry is so lethal and so scary to guard because how great he is playing off the ball. Chris Paul, he takes the ball out of Steph Curry's hands. 100% Chris Paul going to have the ball in his hands. And that makes it more of a problem for Stephen Curry running off of screens. Klay Thompson spotting up. You still got Kuminga in the house. So you got Wiggins, which I think Wiggins, he may even step up. You know, he was an all-star, but he may even step up with Chris Paul being in the house. So Memphis, they look a lot better this year. Of course, they got that John Morant suspension, but low-key, they play a little better without Morant, so I think they'll still have a nice start. But they got Marcus Smart. So, man, it's been an offseason full of excellent moves that have taken place. I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm pulling for the Lakers, which I think if I was to grade the Lakers offseason, I would give it an A+. I would. You need shooting and defense. That's all you needed. You still got Denver, defending champs. And here I go, man, about to not talk about Denver, man. You got Jokic, which is Jokic. I'm a Jokic fan. If y'all don't know this by now, I'm a Jokic fan, bro. Jokic is probably my favorite player in the league right now. Honestly, him and Luka. Because I play like those guys. I'm out of shape. But that's neither here or there, man. But Denver, they still look like a nice, strong team. They lost Bruce Brown, but, you know, they still have their solid core in place. Still got Mike Malone on the X's and O's. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think Milwaukee's going to really run away with the East like most people think. But they have to be the favorites. So anyway, I hope you like this video. It's not going to be a traditional video like I normally do. It's not going to be highly produced, highly edited. Might drop it like this. May add some B-roll. I don't know. If you made it to this point, appreciate you watching. Check out some more of these videos, man. These two that I'm dropping right here, man, they're gonna be just as nice, just as cold. And also, if you like this Hoop Fiends hoodie, when I hit 500 subs, I'm gonna drop it for the sale. But love you. Peace.